Hello my fellow vault dwellers, Vatiwah here, and welcome to another episode of my Fallout 4 mod review series. My character has been running around this Japanese warship, and we are going to be cleaning up the city of Boston just because, well, we figure it's time to get rid of all the trash and scum from the city. But first, we are going to need a new uniform for the job. We have the Boston Police uniform by Perraine, and this will make all the trash in the city think twice before hanging around and doing anything bad. The police uniform can be crafted at the chemistry station. It comes in two different versions and a hat. The police hat is black with the police department emblem on the front and as well as what looks to be the badge number. The uniform is a standard police uniform that you would see in any patrolling policeman in any urban city, ghetto or slums, and has a police badge, a name tag, a radio, and a utility belt. The utility belt kind of has a handgun that looks like the deliverer pistol and has a few pouches for whatever a police might need. Maybe it has some zip ties, a drug testing kit, or maybe a few extra magazines for the pistol. The second uniform is the police romper uniform. I prefer this one over the standard uniform just because, well, it seems to offer a little bit better protection. Yes, that is exactly the reason. The utility belt also seems to be better equipped with a revolver, a baton, and some handcuffs in case you want to get into something a little bit kinky. The romper uniform kind of reminds me of Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that show from Comedy Central.
More like fuck yes donut, 5% discount for law enforcement. Arigato!
As a police officer, we'll need something a little bit better than a revolver to handle the amount of trash in the area. We need something a little bit more powerful. We have the Viper 6610, innovative 10mm pistol by Scail, and the Viper will make the vanilla pistol look like trash in comparison. Now just look at the detailing of the entire pistol. I'm using the 4K texture version. The Viper pistol kind of looks like if RoboCop and John Wick's pistol kind of made love with each other and made a beautiful baby little gun. The Viper 6610 can be found off of enemies, can be bought off of vendors, and there's also a legendary version that can also be found. The weapon can be modded at the weapon station to add a whole lot of different modifications that make it kind of look a little bit more imposing and threatening. The first thing is that there are plenty of paint jobs that are available that can make it look like a modern weapon, futuristic, or maybe a little bit more old school. My favorite ones would be the Institute and the Railroad themed Viper pistol. I like the Railroad one just because of the engravings on the side of the weapon that kind of makes it look very fancy, you know, something that you would see a cowboy using, or maybe a high-level mafia member with very gaudy taste. I also like this Institute pistol just because it looks like it would be a gun that an Institute scientist would use just in case one of their experiments kind of went wrong and they had to put a bullet into someone or something. I will be firing two Viper pistols at these ghouls right here. You know, I'm firing the two kind of the deemed that I kind of find the most appealing. The sound effects is the same as the vanilla 10mm pistol, and it's definitely a weapon that can be found if you loot it off of a mini boss that you just kill. You know, I think it would be a good loot to get from a mini boss kill. And with these pistols, I did add in a bunch of different modifications. I put in like a suppressor, I put in like a heavier barrel, put in some fancy sights, and you know, a couple of different things that make it look unique and pretty badass. Now that we have our uniform and gun, we can go around and clean up the city, and by cleaning up, I mean cleaning up the trash literally. And what do you guys think I meant? You know, criminals and raiders? We have Rubbles and Trashpiles by Luxor8071, and this changes how all the garbage piles look like in this very beautiful city. Here we have some before and after footage. The vanilla trash piles looks like a mash of brown goop that has been scooped up from the sewers, and the new trash right here kind of looks a little bit more believable because of all the plastic in it. And the reason is because even if there was a nuclear war, you'll always have plastic around. You'll never get rid of it. The piles of rock has some different color and textured brick to create some variation and randomness. It kinda looks like it has brick from different sources, like from different buildings that's slowly turning into rubble. Now the one thing I kinda wanna say is that because the mod author adds such detail into the trash pile, you can kinda see a pattern. Like right here, for example, we kinda see a repeat of red, blue, and yellow in the trash pile. Now it's not really the fault of the mod author, but it's kind of just how the map was made, just how the atmosphere and the background was made. You know, it's just how it's kind of like a copy and paste by Bethesda pretty much. The trash pile kind of contains brands that I don't really recognize and I've never seen before, but I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of condoms and bottles of lubes laying there. Now how are we gonna get rid of the trash? You know, we can maybe get rid of it by dumping everything into a big giant hole in the ground and forget about it. We have Quarry HD by Luxor 8071 and this improves the geology of the quarry with some better textures. The vanilla blocks of the stones have these very weird vertical lines on the surface, and this mod right here get rid of those lines, and it also gives the stone some more darker veins and it kind of creates a little bit more contrast. Now of course the mod also changes how the quarry overall kind of looks like, and the changes are a little bit more noticeable when you're up close. The rock now has a kind of a rougher texture and it makes it look a little bit sharper. The Quarry HD mod also changes the rocks at any locations that uses and features the quarry rocks, like at Vault 88. I am sure the residents living outside of Vault will appreciate the wonderful rocks they get to sit on and lay on. It looks like we have a bulldozer and we have all the machinery to contain all the trash in the quarry, but first we need to honor someone with this future giant pile of trash and garbage. We have the General Todd Howard Statue by Wanamingo, and we can now witness Todd Howard in all of his infinite glory and wisdom. The Todd Howard Statue, wait a moment, the General Todd Howard Statue can be crafted and placed near a workstation. Now just look at how awesome General Todd Howard is. You know, he'll make all the ladies wet with radioactive fluids and will gladly have any mutant babies with him. There is also a sign or a placard at the bottom of the statue. Apparently he was at the Battle of Bethesda Hill and was a general of the US Army, and wow, it looks like he lived till he was 90 years old. Now this right here must be one of his famous quotes. Let's see, we have, "Let no mountain be unclimbed, no path be untraveled, adventure awaits." Man, what a very inspirational quote from General Howard. The mod can also replace the statue outside of Sanctuary near Red Rocket, and the weirdest thing is that there is also a giant version of the statue that's being worshipped by the children of Adam, and it's kind of near the Sentinel. And another weird thing is that when you discover the statue, you can also find a bat called a chess clubber. Now I'm guessing, you know, Todd Howard is playing chess while we're all playing checkers. Now the Todd Howard statue does have glowing eyes that will see everything even at night. Anyways, thank you for watching this episode of Follow for Mod Review. Now if you like this video, make sure to bang the like and subscribe button, bang it good. The links for the mods and for my Discord, Twitter, and other stuff can be found in the video description below. Now the next episode will probably involve ninjas, so make sure to follow me on, on YouTube so you make sure you don't miss it. Well then, stay sexy my friends, stay sexy.